session. The first paper that we are going to present is Cognitive Distortion through Algorithmic Consumption, a model for understanding how AI shapes human reasoning and patterns. This is being presented by Dr. Kamran Jawaid. Please.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Kamran Jawaid. I'm PhD in Strategy Communication Management from Universiti, Sobhi. And today I'm going to present my research work over the cognitive distortion through algorithmic consumption. Let's try now. Next. Yes, the introduction. The background of the introduction is about the AI algorithmic consumption. How the human consumed the customized information from the social media. The context shift, that is the active information seeking to passive algorithmic discovery. Whatever we consume the information in our active scenario, that scenario shifts from the real world to the algorithmic customized world. Emerging concern is about the algorithmic maybe reshaping cognitive process beyond simple content delivery. Whatever you receive the content from social media, in our surrounds, it's in a simple context. While the algorithmic content is specified, is customized for a specific project. And it may be shift that our perception shift from the real world to the algorithmic world. The current reality is about the platforms like YouTube, Instagram, specifically Facebook. They all are providing the reality tunnels for each user. Means all the information comes via the tunnel in our perception instead of having our own senses evaluation. Yes. Next, please. The problem statement. The insufficient understanding of how sustained algorithmic consumption actively shapes and distorts fundamental cognitive reason patterns in everyday users. The main thing is about the microcognitive effects that remain underexplored. Means right now, the algorithmic content is not the part of the basic psychology and sociology. And we need to add that algorithmic impact in the curator work. That cognitive psychology doesn't account for external algorithmic forces. Already I told you. The process-oriented understanding needed how algorithm influence thinking. Simple. That's the main research. How algorithm influence thinking. Next, please. Here's the justification of stating. We have the three parts: the theoretical justification, which is cognitive psychology with digital sociology. Right now, in our literature, we have only the cognitive psychology style from the different school of thoughts. But we need to connect with the digital sociology. And this is called for interdisciplinary framework. Anderson's stated in 2020. Contributes to AI ethics literature. There is no AI ethics. Even the different social media players like Facebook, like Mark Zuckerberg, they proudly say that their content is algorithmic control, and they provide the information to their subscribers as per their objectives, connecting with the interest of the subscriber. So we need to develop the ethics, and that's the main justification of this study in the theoretical justification. Next, the practical justification informs digital literacy program. We need to develop a digital literacy program. Guides responsible AI design. Responsible AI design. Next, the supports policy development for algorithmic transparency. Social justification addresses rising concern about the digital well-being. Next is the relevant to misinformation and polarization challenges. Means the information which collected from your perception, it shifts towards the polarization. Means the some sort of the negative impact, creating some negative impact through algorithmic content. Important for preserving cognitive autonomy. Next, the scope of study. What we have included about study. We have conducted 22 regular digital media users interview who are exposed to the social media equal to or more than 3 hours a day. More than 3 hours a day or equal to 3 hours a day. Platforms, social media, news apps, video platforms like YouTube, etc. Focus everyday reasoning pattern, emotional responses, belief information. Time frame is a current algorithmic ecosystem from 2022 to 2025. Geographical content, urban digital media users, specifically Universiti of Cosmopolitan City of Karachi. Okay, next. The primary objectives. To explore understanding how algorithmic content consumption influences cognitive reasoning patterns. It influences the cognitive reasoning pattern among regular digital media users. All you are the digital media users on a regular basis you are exposed to the digital content. How your cognitive reasoning patterns changes. You know about the cognitions. The cognition is about the simple absorbing the information from your perception and then you evaluate and conduct your understanding. I take one example, sir. It's a half-filled glass or half-empty glass. How many think that it's a half-filled glass? How many? Please raise your hands. Okay, and how many think it's a half-empty glass? Okay. I am targeting that whatever you are thinking that is half-empty glass. Now I am start showing the videos, the contents, that how much it's you can say that it's irresponsible fact about the half-empty glass for the human. The human needs more water. If I connect with this the scarcity of water, I connect with the health issues, and creating that half-empty glass is injurious to health or half-empty glass is not enough for you for any human life. So you start thinking, and the first thing comes that you every human find out the positivity in their thinking, and you start saying yes, it's half-filled glass. Means that you need to reduce the negativity of your. That's not the actual perception you develop after videos, after exposing with the social media content. You change your mind. Same recently we faced in different matters over the different issues. So this missing object will examine the algorithmic exposure to identify specific cognitive distortions, to understand the emotional mechanism. People is getting emotional. Your emotions will be exaggerated while exposing towards the social media content. Means a child has fallen down in the main hole, and after 4 videos start repeating. Why it happens? In the first news break, you never think that you need to cry. Means you know about the difference between the empathy and sympathy. Your empathy converts to sympathy. Next, to explore users' awareness about electronic manipulation. Sure. Please next. Okay, these are the research questions. That how do user experience changes in their reasoning patterns? What specific cognitive distortion emerge? What emotional response mediate the relationship between algorithmic exposure and cognitive shifts? Next. Literature review. I divide the literature review in 3 parts. First is the theoretical foundation for algorithmic influence. Next, the cognitive and psychological dimensions. And third is the social and epistemic consequences. Please. The first, the theoretical algorithmic inference is the study, the years we are taking from the 2014 to 2020. The study is relevance of algorithm, the black box society, the social power of algorithm, the age of surveillance capitalism. These all are the literature reviews. I need to share one fact that demonstrated how algorithmic biasness reinforce harmful stereotypes and distort social perceptions. You know, to distort the social perceptions and how the harmful stereotypes. It creates a negative impact over your responses. Yes, please, next. The cognitive and psychology dimensions. Over this, the cognitive therapy by depression by Mr. Beck. He said, establish framework for cognitive distortion, catastrophic, overgeneralization, dichotomous thinking. Dichotomous thinking, what is about dichotomous thinking? In the next slides, I will tell you. It's a very important thing. Next. Social and epistemic consequences. User trust in algorithm. Users trust in algorithm. That you trusting the customized information provided by the social media. Equal chambers in social media. Digital news consumption beyond information, like the argument, personalized news flows undermine shared information foundation by segmenting audience. Means you segmentize the audience with the specifically about their thinking, which are customized by the algorithmic content. Yes, please. It's a research methodology. It's about the research design. It's a qualitative interpretative research design. And next, the population of study. We conduct our studies with the digital media users in between their ages 18 and 50 years. Daily digital media consumption equal or more than 3 hours. Next. Sampling technique. Purposive sampling, non-probability sampling methods. With data interviews, with data observations, we conduct the open-ended questions with the different individuals. And next, the sample size is 32 participants. 9 are in between 19 to 21, 8 in between 20 to 25, 9 in between 26 to 30, 6 are in between 31 to 40. Next. Data collection method. We conduct the interview which about the 1.5 an hour, 90 minutes, semi-structured interview with the open-ended questions, not with the like a liquid scale or close-ended questions. Digital trace observation, reflexive journals, different articles, whatever their thoughts, we provide them the written questions, we find out the written documents from our individuals to get the information, whatever they think. Maybe they can't express in their interviews, live interviews, but they can write whatever they feel, whatever they thought. Next is the topic covered, daily digital routines, reasoning strategies, perception of truth, that's the main thing. What is truth, what is customized truth, and what is not the truth. Perception of the truth. Emotional responses is exaggerate. Decision-making patterns which are changed. Yes. Data collecting tools. Different data collecting tools like interview protocol, digital recording device, screen capture softwares. Then the data analysis. The 6 phase of the data analysis: familiarization, initial coding, key development, key review, key definition, and final reporting. Next. That's the main finding. After conducting the interview, the analysis of data, that's the model which I proposed over this research. Is the CDTAC. CDTAC, cognitive distortion through algorithmic consumption. Algorithmic exposure, cognitive distortion, emotional behavior. Next. Okay. The first is that algorithmic exposure. It's the personalized content stream. User-reported repetitive exposure to ideological aligned content. Emotional amplification, high arousal content, anger, fear, engagement, optimization, platform, prioritize content and maximize clicks and shares. Next, please. One participant got it. I always find myself reacting to posts that make me angry. Even I know they might be exaggerated. That's why we found the aggressive comments over the post, especially in the Pakistan. Next. as the cognitive distortion, the emotional reasoning, feeling treated as fact, confirmation enforcement, catastrophe. Dichotomous thinking is about the black and white perspective. There is only black and white, no gray. Because gray comes from your own perceptions, while the customized data gives you either black or the white. That's the dichotomous thinking. We develop the dichotomous thinking in the cognitive distortion. Selective extraction focus on negative cues only. That's why our nation becomes negative over the writing when the writer comments over any specific post, either to the celebrity or from the politicians. Yes, sir, please. Next, emotional behavior outcomes. Cognitive levels and social levels, attention, fragmentation, and cognitive fatigue, epistemologic dependency on algorithmic authority, reduce critical evaluation capacity. It's a polarization and echo chamber development, identity, protective cognition strength, shared reality fragment. One comment, one individual comment, give us the comment. If it keeps showing up, it must be important or true. If it keeps showing again and again, it must be important and true. You know the basic definition of propaganda. The word propaganda is like a subject in the armed forces. And what is propaganda? In 3 lines. One thing, a fake information. Second, the repetition of fake information. And third, the development that the fake information is true by the receivers. Yes, next. Conclusion is algorithmic as active cognitive agents. They are the cognitive agents, active cognitive agents. The distortion pathway confirmed. It's confirmed that the cognitive distortion exists. Co-production of cognitions. Yes, next. Yes, next. Yes. Clear 3-stage process during the that's the confirmation of the cognitive distortion. Algorithmic exposure means the customized exposure to the customized content, and the cognitive distortion, and the real world outcomes, whatever we are facing. It's customized now. Next. And this is the co-productive cognition, critical findings, human reasoning and algorithmic access in picture feedback loops. Next. The city tech model contributes in the society like the theoretical advancements, cognitive psychology, digital sociology, macro cognitive process, macro social effects, empirical validation like the qualitative evidences of algorithmic cognitive influence. Next. Okay. Urgent imperative identifiers means the recommendation. You know, we need to develop the education programs related to the environment, the critical evaluation skills development. A person need to strong their own perceptions that which can't be changed by the algorithmic content. For example, your religious beliefs are strict. Whatever content shown to you will never deviate from your religious belief to any another religious belief. That's the one positive example exists. Except that overall the daily routines are customized because of the algorithmic consumption. And then, okay, next. Go on previous, please. Ethical AI. Ethical AI need to develop cognitive well-being consideration, engagement optimization. Yes, next. I studied for the literature review about the 25 researchers as APS and addiction formatting. Next. Yes, this is the theoretical foundation, research paper used for the theoretical foundation. Next. Cognitive psychology, media effects, and last. Yes, next. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Maybe following question answers here.
Sure.
It's your suggestions. You can take first. Yeah, suggestions, not questions.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Please. Sir.
You have present very well.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate your efforts.
Thank you.
I have one suggestion.
Yes, sir.
That we went data collection and we have used closed edit systems.
We need to use the close ended.
Open-ended or closed? Open-ended systems.
I asked the open-ended.
Open-ended systems from 32 participants. So how can you deal with bias rates are the answers in the system? That is later to us.
Okay.
it's concerned with the ethical considerations.
Okay.
You must be have some biasness relevant to
Okay.
find out the questions, answers are the questions.
Get the more accuracy
Yes,
about the response.
about the responses. That's on my side. Overall, very well organized and well.
I just want to know whether this is your thesis work
No, it's not my thesis.
or it's a paper work.
I did, yes, I
Okay.
did for this conference.
Okay,
It
so
takes around
you
3
just
days.
mentioned in your work that you did the digital trace or observation. So my concern is, or the question is, okay, who were the participants for that? Whom you followed the digitally trace? So were they the same in the interview? You interviewed it or they were
I
different?
did interview with the 32 participants.
Okay.
They comprised of like few are the students in between the 19 and 20 decades.
Okay.
Some are the household wives, some are the you
So
can say
you trace their digital accounts too, with the respondents and the observation, but
all are the physical, all are the physical participants.
okay. And what about the digital trace?
Over the digital trace, we asked that 22 participants. I observed
Okay.
how they use their social media and how they are reacting. Because I did one ad or one of the data collection, that the observation. I did observations as well. For about 15 days, I observed their activity on social media for that 32 participants. Because maybe to know that either they say the actual scenario, they say that they show their personality very positive, but they show their negative behavior over the, their negative behavior is the actual behavior over the social media, because we are conducting the responses. That's it.
And the last question that from where you conducted the data? From Pakistan?
From Karachi.
From
Karachi.
Karachi?
All are the Karachi tours.
Thank you.
You are watching BAMM TV.